I've never done any sort of behind the scenes videos on how I make shit. This isn't really a tutorial, but I figured I'd show kind of the guts of Rowley 2. More so how it was mixed, and I guess how it changed from older instances. So first of all, I had to pick a song to make into Rally 2 because most of my songs don't have. That's a good frame. Most of my songs don't have titles, and they're just. I have like a backup of fucking 60 songs, so almost nothing I release is new when it releases. So Rally 2 was actually a song that I had played before on like live streams and like little house shows, and it's usually played in a mashup with another song. But I tried to not. I didn't want to do that for this one. This is from a live stream with Leafs Throw, December 2019, whatever. So here's the original.
I hate giving thought to whether or not I'll be happy next year, cause I know I have no chance in me. I'm stuck between who I am and who it is that I want to be.
So obviously very harsh, really different from how I released it. I wanted to, since I was releasing it after the first rally, which was different, but a little higher pace, I wanted to kind of slow it down to its detriment. Not a lot of people have everybody who heard the old version of the song has been telling me that I've made a grave error. So maybe I'll release the mashup version of Rowley 2. Okay, I'm gonna open FL and show you the actual thing. Okay, this is how messy my project files look. I'll get into shit in a minute. Sometimes people ask me if my drums are real. They usually aren't. I mean, they have been before, but they are not in this one. I pay for some drum samples. I have a shit ton of them. I only use 4 for some reason, and I make little drum loops out of it. Okay, if you hear that sound, it's the sound of the GHZ Wolf compressor compressing nothing because there's no fucking sound going on right now. Okay, so my drums are up here. It's literally a straight up fucking drum pad loop out of FL Studio. I don't always do it like this, but this song is pretty simple and the drum pattern's really easy. Here we go. So that's the drums. That's what the drums sound like without anything going on. They don't sound good and they don't sound very real, but since I get asked about my drums being real, I assume that it's not the most noticeable thing. Now I'm gonna get into how shit is compressed. So I have this plugin called Wolf Compressor. It's my friend Squigs recommended this one to me, and I like it. You know, sometimes you can use. There's other plugins you can use to get this kind of effect. I mean, fucking any compressor. But I like this one. So it looks like this. I'll get into that because the drums is really the thing I would get the least specific on with this, but. See, so it's obviously a little more crunched, lo-fi sounding. I have this this EQ on here that kills a little bit of the reverb, but these drum samples just have a lot of fucking reverb. Okay, so there's that. You're probably noticing that all the guitars sound dumb. Here's my voice. I'm sure it's. I wanted to call you. Okay, so I can get into that. First, I'll touch the EQ. This is what the EQ of my voice sounds like. Here's what it sounds like without it. I wanted to call you a monster, but I don't want to hear my unmixed voice. But there's your example. I have this EQ little path here. I wanted to... I'm gonna. Here's why it looks like that. So let's turn that off and add another one. Okay. So usually vocal EQ would probably look something like this.
I wanted to call you a monster, but I can't bring myself to lie.
That's how I would mix clean vocals, and then I could compress it. Let's just put fucking Sound Goodizer on there.
I wanted to call you a monster, but I can't bring myself to lie.
Yeah, something like that. That's more clean vocals, but I don't do those. Some of my songs I record on like a really shitty microphone. This isn't one of them. Obviously, the actual recording is relatively clean. So what I do is, here's the EQ that I used, which is this is more how I think people would mix instruments than vocals, but as you can kind of hear, it sounds.
I wanted to call you.
Oh fuck.
I wanted to call you.
I have more of a lo-fi high pass sound. So I'm gonna kind of recreate that and show you what parts of it sound that way. So this is gonna be kind of a rough. Okay.
I wanted to call you a monster.
So for the higher frequencies and kind of more nasally parts of my voice, that's gonna be kind of around here. So let's.
I wanted to call you a monster, but I can't bring my.
So obviously it's a really quick change. Sometimes I would even go like up here, but that doesn't sound right.
I wanted to call you.
That's more digital sounding, I guess. So this is obviously a little more extreme than what I did in the song, but if you did this, it would sound.
I wanted to call you a.
Very, very, you know, higher frequencies, nasally, whatever. And for someone with a nasally voice, that works. You could probably tell I listen to a lot of things like car seat headrest and things like that. That's kind of like this alternative emo thing that has like this. A lot of times it's like a lo-fi sound. So that's how I've learned to mix. So here's the EQ that I used again.
I wanted to call you a monster.
So it's getting there, right? With just the EQ, it's already kind of cheap sounding, which I like. But with the compressor, we can get it all the way there. So here's the Wolf compressor again. So I'm not very subtle with the way I mix music. You can see I have compression to 100%, which I'm sure you're not supposed to do. But I do it anyway, because this isn't a very. I don't go for a subtle sound. I have this kind of crunch lo-fi that's not all the way up. I think I usually do take it all the way up. So here's what it sounds with the compression.
I wanted to call you a monster, but I can't bring my.
Kind of gross. Kind of works though for what I do. Let's, I don't know, turn up the lo-fi more and see.
I wanted to call you a monster.
Okay, that's too much. So it's 65, and you can even. I mean, this plugin's great. You can go like digital. Fucking.
I wanted to call you a monster, but I.
Yeah, great. Okay, so there it is with the compression. That is the mix. That is the channel for all of my vocals. So it's fucking.
Giving thought to whether or not I'll be happy next year, 'cause I know.
So okay, there you go. If you think the drums sound harsh right now, it's because I haven't fucked with any of the instruments yet. So let me fucking turn on the compressor everywhere else. Okay, so now we're gonna get to how the instruments work. I would start by applying Guitar Rig, which great software, expensive though, great plugin. Okay, so this is Guitar Rig 5. It says demo up there, but do not buy this. Okay, I used, I think it was preset 9.
That person then.
It was. Okay, so the I would usually dive a little deeper into the presets and find one, but Almost Clean is good because it's I mean, I guess it's almost clean, right? I like cleaner sounding guitars, and that's exactly what this is. But that's not all that's applied to this, so.
That person then what the.
Here it is without the EQ.
Person, then what the fuck am I?
It's nasty. I'll pull up the EQ chart. So this is obviously pretty of a pretty clean EQ. Notice I'm dragging up kind of a frequency around here, which is similar to where my voice is. You're not supposed to do this. At least I don't think you are, but I do it anyway because I try to mix most of my songs to a mostly high frequency because it makes it sound, you know, old, cheap shit. It's got like this hissy sound. So again, without the EQ.
Person, then what the fuck am I?
Okay, so let's do a little. Okay, I'm gonna open a little EQ path on the guitar, and we're gonna see what I did.
Person, then what the fuck am I? I find it just.
Okay, so electric guitars, or I guess guitars in general, kind of sound better in the, at least to me, in the higher frequency range. So I usually drag it up around here.
Person, then what the fuck am I?
Okay, but it has a little too much body to it. I think that's how you say it. I play a Gretsch, whatever the non-White Falcon version is of the White Falcon. I play that, and that's a very thick sound. So you can kind of drag it down in like the middle range here.
Person, then what the fuck am I? I find it just.
Okay, so drag the high range.
Person, then what the fuck am I? I find it justified.
Okay, so that's essentially the exact same thing I did in the other EQ. Maybe it's a little harsher, but you know, the final EQ sounded like this.
Person, then what the fuck am I?
Okay, there's no compressor on that one, so that's how the guitar is mixed. That's the beginning part, and then all of the kind of rhythm guitar stuff throughout the rest of the song is that. All right, so we're done with that. Next is this the fucking? Oh, okay. So this is the kind of lead guitar thing that I did. I'm sure I did this wrong because I'm very new to recording this kind of stuff. Let's open up Guitar Rig, and I know this is the. Yeah, I use the same preset on this. Almost clean. There we go. Alright, so here it is without any other things affecting how it sounds. Not great, but it's recognizably the same sound. So first I EQ'd it. Is the EQ chart there? Let's turn that on. Off. So I'm killing the higher frequencies, taking down the low frequencies, and just trying to get it in that middle range so it kind of fills out the sound that I removed from the rhythm guitar. So here it is again with the EQ. Cool. Then I compressed it using the same. What the fuck? Okay, so I can't open Wolf Compressor exactly how it was on the project file. So I'm just gonna kind of run you through. I'm gonna try to remember how I compressed this lead. Okay, so make sure you kill this wow slider over here because it affects the notes coming out. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, that's not cool. So kill that completely. And I'm sure I had crunch turned up here. Probably around there. Let's try this. Okay, so that's probably actually what I did. 100% on compression and lo-fi. I'm sure I kind of gave it a little more gain. Okay, so there's that. All right, you got it. Then I added a delay with just fruity delay. And this was more to kind of make the sound more stereo. So I don't think there's actually a delay on it. I think I just used fruity delay to with this thing kind of offset it a little bit to make it sound a little like it's a little more surrounding. Excellent. Okay, let's let's take it down a few decibels. Okay, there you go. So that's literally all that happened on the lead guitar. Channel 4, that's bass, I think. Let me... Yeah? Right? Okay. So this is the bass guitar. I'll isolate that real quick so you can hear it without anything else going on. Okay, so here's the bass guitar without anything going on. It's pretty, I don't know. I'm really bad at recording bass. Here's a better example of it.
Enemies, or we could be friends.
Okay, here's the we can be enemies, we can be friends part. My bass is pretty shit. I'm not a bass player. I only play it myself on the solo shit.
Enemies, or we could be friends. It wouldn't matter.
Okay, but I did do some shit to the bass to make it sound a little cleaner. So I used Guitar Rig again, and I used the 80 slap bass preset. You're noticing probably that all the presets used on this song were really close to the top. It's because I made this very quickly. Okay, so once I have the 80 slap bass on there, here's how it sounds.
It wouldn't matter to me all up until the end.
It's incredibly overpowering, so I had to EQ it. This is hardly an EQ. I just dragged down the low frequencies so it wasn't blowing out fucking speakers.
It wouldn't matter to me all up until the end.
That's literally all that happened there. Not much to say. And then I don't know what channel 5 is. Okay, so I walked you through the fucking really basic shit. Let me turn everything on. With all of what I've just shown you, the song should sound how it does on YouTube, which is this. Cool. Oh shit, I didn't touch these things. Okay, well, basically, the lead guitar, fucking, the preset I used on a Guitar Rig for the lead guitar is really fucking overpowering and would cause feedback, so I would just create these automation clips to lower the volume on them.
Confronting the things you hate in life and kicking their fucking teeth in.
Without it, oh shit. Without it does stupid shit.
And kicking their fucking teeth in. I don't know.
So, fuck, I fucked it up. But, yeah, so that's what happens there. I don't know what the automation clip, I think that's for
Me.
I think that might be for the bass, but I don't give a fuck. Okay. I just wanted to make this because I've never done it before. and I wanted to see if I'd be good at articulating what it is that I do. I'm not particularly, but it was fun. And uh, my girlfriend was watching me do this once, and she thought it was cool, and I wanted to know if it really is cool or if she's just really easy to impress. So there's that. If you learned something, I'm, I'm interested in knowing what the fuck you learned. And if you want to yell at me and tell me what I'm doing wrong, I don't. Fine, do that, man. I need to know. Okay, bye everybody. This is it.